and Magnus now bringing his bishop out very early. So this avoids what we call the Petrov defense. That was Ian Nepomniachtchi's opening of choice in the World Championship match. And now White's bishop having come out allows this pawn to push forward without blocking a bishop in. So normally in openings we say knight before bishops. Not this time. This is the bishop's opening. And Jan, if he brings the black knight out from the queen side and develops it, we might see a transposition to the Italian game. Something we saw with reversed colours yesterday. If he picks up a pawn, pushes it forward, that is maybe a more direct attempt for black to neutralise White's opening. What will Jan do? He brings his bishop out, and very sensible stuff by both sides so far. Magnus is going to move a knight. Which one is it going to be? I'm expecting his king's knight.
Yeah, I'm expecting his king's knight as well, as I think it's a bit of a big ask to develop the other knight. Although it would make a lot of juniors in the UK very happy. It's a specialty of people living in a county called Sussex.
Really?
Yes, the county where David's from. And they're all taught this certain line, and all the juniors play it.
Why is that?
Actually, there are 2 or 3 openings that in Sussex are just extremely popular. Everyone plays it with white and black. Meanwhile, White's knight's coming out here in this game. I remember when I was young, I had a coach. He was maybe the coach who had the biggest influence on me. I started working with him when I was 6 years old. It lasted for 3 or 4 years, the collaboration. And the openings he taught me, he would basically teach them to everyone else. And I guess because I was relatively successful with those openings, everyone started playing them, everyone took them up, and it became a badge of honour that our county were the specialists.
Wow!
So, okay, meanwhile, a few moves. White's knight going to the edge of the board is going to trade itself off for black's dark square bishop. So not the typical Italian game that we would usually see. Instead, White just going for a small strategic advantage of the bishop pair. And yeah, Ivanka, gave me some good memories there. I'm having flashbacks. comes when they feel they inflicted the defeat on themselves. And let's just catch up with the current game. Bishops came off the board, rooks came off the board. Black actually won another pawn in the process. So now a quick count shows that white has an extra knight, but black has 2 pawns in return. So some compensation at least. But the problem is black's pawns are far, far away from pushing or promoting. They are not dangerous at all. So white's knight at some point will start to coordinate with its queen, and white queen and knight together should overwhelm black's forces. The only thing you have to be really careful of here with white is to not go too far away from your king with your knight, because then some checks might come. But it feels like a distant dream right now for Nepomniachtchi to ever get that type of perpetual check that will save him. So white meanwhile centralizing his queen. This is what Magnus loves to do, and he's got all the time in the world to start improving the white knight. There we go, the white king's super safe, tucked away in the corner. And this is why also having a queen in the middle of the board is so good. It stops potential checks from the enemy queen. And Jan, meanwhile, at least hitting a pawn, he's trying to make it as difficult as possible. 1991, between Nigel Short and Jan Timman, where the white king did this, it went on the dark squares and it just zigzagged into the black position, and a nice checkmate at the end. The white king maybe is going to be the supporter. He's going to close the mating net around the black king, and that's why Jan moves his queen down 1 square. He's stopping the white king from continuing to advance. And okay, is there a deadly check? Can the white knight jump in with a check? Do you just push this white pawn forward? And this white pawn is attacked by the black queen. That would be maybe too brave. But at the very minimum, you give a check with the white knight, and then you start to think.
Magnus, less than 2 minutes on the clock right now. What move would you make if you were white here, Katrina?
I think I would push the pawn and then I would get my king out to h6, like walking the king, because I just had a mate like that, like last night or something.
Really?
Yeah. Where I walked my king up, and I don't think that the opponent thought about it, but then I brought my queen up to the g7 square right in front of the king, and then it was mate.
Now let's just show that pattern. White's queen is just going to step across 1 square. It's checkmate next move. The black king is going to move. The white knight will deliver the killing blow. There we go. The first win of the final.
Wow, and of course it happens in game 6. Magnus Carlsen, he wins this game with the white pieces. He goes up by 1 point in the final, and that means Ian Nepomniachtchi, he has now 2 games. He has to win one of them to take this to tie breaks. If the next game is a win for Magnus Carlsen, then he will be the winner of the Airthings Masters.